Hello everyone, welcome to the NN Classroom. Today I'd like to share with you a past paper question from 2017 time zone 2 in May. So that is question number 4, asking concepts related to topic 2, the understanding of a very important concept, emission spectrum. Let's see, asking which electron transition emits the radiation of the longest wavelength. So giving you all the choices. So from this question, two important keywords. The first one, which is going to be this word, emit. You are going to find a radiation that is going to be emitting but not absorbing. What's emitting behind meaning? That means energy release. R-E-L-E-A-S-E, release. That means we should find out an arrow that is going to be pointing downwards, because energy only emits, or radiation is emitting, when the electron move from high energy level back to the lower energy level. Sometimes we call it the ground state, right? But not going up according to the law of conservation of energy. Because if you want to achieve a high energy level, you got to absorb some of the energy, right? But not releasing. So that's why we should be now limiting to choice A or C. So which means not B and D from the first keyword. The next keyword, this one, longest. Or I can say the phrase longest wavelength. So here another really important concept. Longest wavelength, that means smallest frequency. Right? Because of the really important concept that the wavelength is inversely related with the frequency, because the frequency is inversely related to the wavelength. And also here also gets to the next concept, that means the smallest energy involved. Why? Because of another relationship, that is energy directly proportional to frequency. So that's why with these two understandings, so I just link them all together, right? The longer the wavelength, the smaller the frequency, and so the smaller the energy that is related. Smaller the energy involved, that means smaller the gap. Smallest gap in this case, right? So longest refer to the smallest gap. So which means the difference between the two energy, or the so-called energy gap, should be the smallest in order to create the longest wavelength. So in this case, if you just use your eye to look at it, you will realize that C is the better choice because the gap is relatively smaller. So that's why fulfilling the second condition plus the first condition, so that is energy releasing. So that's why obviously the answer is going to be C.